Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from the Missionaries of God's Love and Trust in California, and today let's take a look at Matthew 6 verses 19 through 20. And it reads, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but store for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So first, let's dive in with the first verse, where it says that we shouldn't store our treasures on earth. So what is it referring to by treasures on earth? It's referring to treasures such as money, clothes, cars, houses, and more materialistic things. Because people in this world just constantly want and want and want things, and they even dedicate their lives to achieve materialistic things. Some people literally choose a career only for money, only so they can buy that one car they really want, or that phone, or so they can have that one dream house that they really want. And they dedicate their whole lives sometimes just to achieve that wealth, just to achieve those materialistic things. But what this Bible verse is telling us is there's actually a problem with that. You can't take those materialistic and worldly things in heaven. They're just going to stay on earth and rot and be destroyed or even be stolen. Once we go, we leave everything on earth. And if nobody's here to inherit those materialistic things, they just go to waste. It's really interesting because moths are more known for eating wool or being around light, and vermins are rats that pass down diseases and destroy crops and hurt animals. But in general, both of them are known to eat and destroy things on this earth. And in addition to that, there are people in this world who just steal. People who have been working so hard for one thing can literally be stolen in any second, can be taken away from us in any second. So this Bible verse is reminding us that storing things, working for things, trying to have things on this earth isn't really worth it. It isn't as worth it as the world makes it seem like. We're constantly so worried about having this and that so we can supposedly enjoy life more. But in reality, that's not how it's actually going to work out. Because sometimes people die and then leave their inheritance to their family members. But sometimes that leads also to problems within the family. Because then the family is fighting with each other so they can have a piece of land or the house, or what are we going to do with this that we are passed down? I don't know. Or sometimes they just don't even value things. And that's again where the stealing and destroying part comes. Once we die, things are left on this earth, and a lot of things can go wrong, and a lot of the times they do. And that is why these verses are giving us the wisdom to store treasures in heaven instead. And by this is referring to the things that we do for God, when we serve God, when we love one another, we are earning treasures, rewards in heaven. And now, before we get too excited about this, I want to remind you of a key point that whenever we serve God, we should do it out of the love for God, not because we're going to be receiving a treasure in heaven, or please do it out of the love of God always, as much as you can. And to give a better example is whenever we help the poor, the hungry, whenever we clothe them, whenever we give them food, there's going to be a reward waiting for us in heaven. Greater will be our treasure if we serve one another and do God's will. But why is it advising me to save treasures in heaven instead? Because that is where moths, vermin, and thieves cannot mess with that treasure. They can't destroy it. They won't steal it. Because once you have earned that treasure in heaven, it is for eternity. And nobody will be able to remove that from you. Because those are gifts and blessings that God gives us when we serve God. And lastly, the last sentence of this Bible verse is, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." And I feel like this is so true, because a lot of the times, again, if my mentality is to have more money, to have more materialistic things in this world, my heart and mind will have that one goal. That is what I really want. And by heart, it means like my drive, my desire, what I really want to achieve for. But instead, if we have our heart more focused on God, on Christ, and our service for God, then we will be in a really amazing place. And that is worth living for, worth working for. So I highly advise you to continue meditating on this Bible verse and see what really speaks to you and what stands out. Tell God, "Speak to me, O Lord, for your servant is listening."